That's the first time I really used that song. That's a song I paid for. My music guy, years ago, I was going to use that for the podcast, but never did. I wanted something that sound kind of like "Slow Ride" by Foghat. It kind of has that sound. Anyway, Rant and chill, just talking, waiting for people to come in here. Already have 5 viewers. Okay. Let's get more viewers, because we're going to be looking at the Andy Warski versus Dick Masterson stream snipe from Phantom Organization. Look what's going on here. Phantom Organization gets the stream snipe, and I come in afterwards like the cleanup crew. Look at that. Look at our relationship here. Wow. Okay. But I was actually listening to this already when I was getting my morning kolache, I guess. And, wow. There's a point where Dick actually explodes. He gets pissed off. Short fuse much over the accusation of being part of a flagging campaign to have Jesse P.S. of Pod Awful. I don't like that guy because we share the same first name. And that's horrible. I saw that guy set up. I'm like, dude, that looks so autistic as fuck. Like, what the fuck is going on there? My setup is basic. Tiger painting. One camera. Like, come on, bro. Come on. He looked like he was some sort of, like, fucking, I don't know, some sort of futuristic synthwave shit. I don't know. Some cyberpunk shit. Anyway. But yeah, Dick Masterson blows up about that accusation. Blows up about not really being a free speech absolutist. Because he's really not. He says he is, but he's not. Like, Dick Masterson won't let you say the F word or the N word on his show. But he'll say that he'll defend the government. He'll make sure that the government will fight against the government, like censoring or outlawing something like loli porn, which is pretty much it's just a hentai version of CP. That's what loli is, the hentai version of CP. And the interesting thing about this debate is that even coked Andy Warski with a scrambled brain, even though he struggles to make points, and I know what points he's trying to make, I'm there like, come on, man, you're almost there. You almost got it. You're almost there, man. Come on. But even he, with that slow processing, was still able to put Dick in certain positions. But then there's parts where Andy kind of like softened up. It's like, I'm not saying you're a pedo or anything like that. I'm not saying that they're pedos exactly. I would have went harder. I would have like, look, it's very basic. Pedophilia. All it takes to be a pedophile is to be aroused by children, right? If you're aroused sexually by children, then you're a pedophile, right? Okay. So if you're aroused by the depiction, the illustration of kids in sexualized ways, then you are a pedo. There's no way around it. It gets you off. Oh, what if they say they don't? Then they're lying to themselves. They're lying to you, Dick. That's what they're doing. Oh, but there's no buts. There's no excuse. It's flat out degenerate. And I'm actually A-OK with the government banning loli on that. Oh, but what about violent video games? See, we talked about this before. There's a big difference between violent video games and like loli. First off, the violence in video games isn't meant to sexually gratify, get you off, right? That's not the angle there. The angle with loli is to create these childlike characters in sexualized ways to get fucking creeps off. That's the point of loli. That's what they're doing. Now, if you are the sort of person who gets sexually gratification from a violent video game, then you might have something wrong with you. I mean, that's just what it is. But, let's just get into this. Let's just get into the Andy Warski versus Dick Masterson thing here. How are you guys doing this morning? Let me take a look at the chat, see if we're gonna have a shot or if we're gonna have a beer in the morning sort of thing. What's going on, Modern Producer? What's going on? Marlene Dietrich. What's up, Pterodactyl? Ace Vendetta, PJ. All right, got the main people. You know, like, these streams are small, and I don't mind that. It's like that Cheers. It's like the bar Cheers. Go to a place where everyone knows your name. I know your names. I might not be able to pronounce it, but I know your name, goddammit. And look, Grifter's gonna grift. Daddy needs to buy more cigars. Don't. That was bad. Don't ever look at an internet person as your dad. Beer's your buddy. Beer's my buddy. That might be beer. Look, this stream's gonna be demonetized. If you want to help a brother out, I'm not black. I don't know if I can say brother anymore. But you know what to do. That'll make it worth it. But let's have fun. Let's watch this. All right, putting it on the screen here. I'm at the point where Andy Warski and Dig Masterson come on. I don't really care about the other first half. Let me go ahead and get a beer, though. Let me grab a beer. Give me 1 minute. Say something spicy in the chat. Come on, someone say something spicy in the chat. And get into a little fight. Come on. I'll be right back. Okay, I hope you guys are ready for some degenerate stuff. What we're about to listen to is a pretty bad debate, man. I would say Andy won this. It wasn't for the fact that he kind of cucked to Dick. But there was a part, though, he really pissed Dick off. He really pissed Dick off. All right, now this stream's really going to be demonetized. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get this going. Let me kill the background music. And crank up the volume. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Twitch, like instead of watching video games, we're gonna watch other guys try to set up their live streams. Like it's way more entertaining.
Yeah, fixing OBS.
Oh my god. Okay.
See, that needs to be a gimmick for a Twitch channel. Just an old guy and like his like grandson trying to teach him how to use OBS to like stream on Twitch. And he's like trying to direct his grandfather to like set the overlays and stuff up. It would be comedic gold. Thousands of people would watch that.
We have the
And,
next
like,
best thing. You know, we have
You don't need to do that, though. You can just watch Ethan Ralph. He can do that. You can just watch the kill stream right here. You could watch a drunk figure it out on the fly.
the next best thing. Ralph and his audio tech on.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
The next best thing.
Okay. Now,
1.4K people.
Pure gold, like the shit in Fei Fei's ass, right? Right, that like your little ass nuggets.
Watching Ralph desperately trying to figure this one out.
No big deal. No pressure.
nah, nobody's
Your
watching.
brain just goes off. Like I can't even find where the X is on a window when everybody's
Oh,
watching.
dude. And you know
So
everybody's
bad.
watching too, and you're just like, oh my god, I'm so close. Okay. All right. You know what? I did get it though. It only took like 10 minutes, whatever. But I did.
Okay, so now that he has this layout set up, hopefully now we'll get into it. He still has the wrong names though. He has Dyer and Tom Jump. I don't know who those guys are.
Succeed, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Mr. Dick Masterson, Mr. Andy Warski. Now, I thought it was going to be a little bit of a more formal debate. It turned out to just be a shit-flinging contest.
Yeah, let me say that in the chat. See, Spaz, I'm pretty sure Dick actually made a video trolling his viewers to go after Jesse. I should have put it up. And Jesse PS has said that before, and Jesse PS played the clip of the Dick show. I forgot which episode it is. It might even be taken out by now. Where Dick talks about how that it's okay to go after people's Patreon and sponsors. It's okay to do that. And this is the same guy who argued against the job lynch mob, and he even compared it to the job lynch mob and say that instead of it was completely different. When it's the same, you're going after someone's money. That was the moment when I became aware that Dick is a piece of shit. And that was like months ago. I'm not an ally of Jesse PS. We're not friends. We're not internet friends. I hate that guy too. He hates me. That's how it's going to be.
For an hour and 15 minutes. I thought it was going to be a little different, but I get paid either way though, so whatever.
Now fix the name.
Now you gotta fix the names. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Let's flip it around for Lollipalooza or whatever this. Let's have a very dignified debate, Mr. Warski. Let's put on bow ties.
The most distinct, like proper. We should have wore suits for this. That would be like a
They don't even have suits. Andy Warski doesn't even have a suit. You know, they joked about Sargon having a suit that didn't fit. But does Andy Warski have a suit? Dick Masterson probably doesn't have a suit. He's probably one of those guys who wears like a tuxedo shirt. You know, he'd do that.
Great juxtaposition. I just hate that my face is on a poster called Lollipalooza now. That's kind of funny. I was like,
Is anybody gonna get a job with that one?
Yeah.
Anybody who looks at that's gonna go, well, they don't specify which one is the lolly here, so I'm gonna go with probably that guy, actually.
Or it's like we're both for it or something.
Actually, they're both 1,000-year-old vampires.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to lower down. The laughter's annoying. Waiting for water to heat is annoying. Heating water for my saltwater aquarium. For real? You got a saltwater aquarium? Khaki shorts and a bow tie. Yep.
It up a little bit, you know. It's been quite the end of
God, he
summer
sounds
here for
drunk.
the kill stream. All right, let's.
Ethan sounds drunk all the time. And I noticed, like, Phantom Organization is not saying anything. He's not saying a word right now.
See, how long has
Harry Potter's real quiet right now.
Tom's dick been glued to the vacuum? Hand Banana says, release the dingo, Flatland Chicken Rancher.
Yes,
says,
Dick Masterson is going to win this debate. I know everyone wants Warski to win, but he's going to lose.
After Triple Jesus' call, which was hilarious, by the way.
So I already watched this, and I don't know. I don't think Dick gets to win. I think it only looks like Dick gets to win because even Andy Warski with a scrambled brain was able to come up with some stuff. He was just too slow. Andy was too slow.
Fucking completely lost it. Brazilian Huzz
And he was way too soft.
says Destiny tier argument. It's real if
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because come on, let's get into this when they start talking.
says yay. Terminal case.
Skipping ahead again.
I read that.
I've been thinking. Hate speech is not hate. Horrible drawings, no matter how horrible.
Let's back up a bit.
And the day we run out of actual
Okay, this is where we go. This is where the debate starts. Here.
victims to protect is the day that I start worrying about drawings and how we're violating those drawings. I thought we were done with this satanic panic bullshit.
And it's not the satanic panic bullshit. We're not worried about we're not saying the cartoons are victims here. No, clearly the cartoons are not victims here. The problem is, the thing is, those that would be attracted to loli and get off to loli in a sexually gratifying way would also get off to like CP, because if you're gonna get off to the depiction of a child in a sexualized way, if it's just because it's like an anime or cartoon or whatever, then why not the real thing? Why not the real thing? I mean, you're gonna be more inclined to, you know.
Long time ago, but this country was founded on exactly this type of offensive speech when Abraham.
This country was founded on loli and pedo and CP. Come on, listen to this joke. Listen to Dick's joke here and see how bad it crashes.
Abraham Lincoln said four score and 7 years ago. That's actually a misquote. It's we've scored 4 times with 7-year-olds. That's the original quote. The original 3.
Crickets. No one laughed at that. No one laughs to Dick Masterson's jokes.
Fifth's compromise had to do with the age of consent. That's also an incorrect historical fact. I think we're in a world now where all of us are acting like WWF wrestlers, screaming at the top of our lungs about how we're the peak alpha male, and this idea we want to...
Sounds like he's describing himself. Sounds like Dick is describing himself. He pretends like he's the peak alpha male when he's obviously not. Did you know that Dick Masterson is a loli? I'm sorry. He's not a loli. He's a furry. Juju the cow. He wears short shorts. He gets pegged by 80s girl. He cries emotionally when 80s girl breaks up with him in the same pathetic way that Maddox cried. Where's the manly man? Where's the alpha Chad? He's not there.
Present is that we're the best protector possible by protecting imaginary children and not actual children who are...
It's not about the imaginary children, you asshole. And we are trying to protect real children. Like, God. Like, he doesn't see it. He doesn't get it. Anyway, let's listen to the debate. I'll try not to interrupt.
In danger all over the fucking world. That's my point is, you guys on the right, you use pedophile like the left uses Nazi. They've been attacking video games, violent video games.
Yeah, attacking violent video games. That's true, but what does it have? How does that compare to this whole lolly thing? It doesn't even compare.
Violent art. The fucking garbage pail kids were too offensive. The guys have actually been thrown in prison for drawing this shit, and is not on
good. You draw, go to jail.
YouTube anymore is for exactly the same type of thinking. Hate speech is not hate. Horrible drawings, no matter how horrible they are just drawings. If you want to make an actual difference, protect actual victims. This shit is a.
The reason why I'm concerned about this is I'm concerned about pedophiles being out there without us being aware of who they are, right? If you are someone who's into lolly and you enjoy that a whole bunch, my thing is you should probably be put on a list, on a sex offender list, potential sex offender list, and not be allowed near a park. You shouldn't be allowed to be a teacher. You shouldn't be allowed to work at a daycare. I think that's fair. After all, if you are aroused, if you're beating your meat off to illustrations of little kids in a hentai way, then yeah, you definitely don't need to be around any real little kids.
This shit's a charade for guys to for the right. It's the right's version of the Nazi meme, and I hate it. And I'm tired of getting called a pedophile. Next guy calls me a pedophile, I'm fine. I'm find out where you are. I'm flying to your house and I'm seducing your wife. I'll show you who's a pedophile then. All right.
What? Listen to that crappy joke you just said. If you call me a pedophile one more time, I'm flying out to your house, I'm seducing your wife, and then we'll see who the pedophile is then. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Is he saying that he's a pedophile because the wife is underage? Is he going out to Ethan Ralph's house? Well, I mean, she's 18 now. That joke doesn't really land. And look at Ethan Ralph. He's laughing. He's laughing at that. It's like, ha ha ha, ha, yeah, yeah, ha ha ha, ha. A good joke, Dick. This guy flunked out of improv. He went to Hollywood to get to be something, to be more than just a podcast guy.
Go ahead, Andy.
All right, there's a lot of points you made there that
I hate the way Andy talks. It's too much drugs, man. Do not do hard drugs. If you're gonna smoke weed, just smoke weed, okay? Don't do hard drugs. Don't scramble your brain. Look what happens to you.
No, I'm gonna have to dissect them each one by one, but that was your opening statement. Fair enough. Actually, I mean, first of all, I'll just say that Lolicon is fucking like degenerate as hell. The fact that you're saying that it's free speech when it's not speech, as it is sexualizing children. Sexualizing children using Lolicon or
Sexualizing children, yeah. Yeah. For the purpose of getting people off. For the purpose of satisfying a fetish. A fetish that is aligned with something very real, which is called pedophilia.
CP is not a form of speech. Definitely not at all. I also think that
Semantic argument. Fuck.
Actual speech.
Now, how does PO sit on this? I mean, how does he lean? I don't want to know how he sits on anything. I mean, I'm not into his gay lifestyle, but maybe I am. Maybe MrDeadman is aroused by P.O. Harry Potter. Nah, not going to entertain that. But no, how does he lean? Is he for loli or against loli?
Speech, like the N-word or saying a political statement, it's completely two different things, apples and oranges. Sexualizing children and speech aren't even in the same realm. And then you said you were like laughing at the fact that people were saying, oh, it's Nicholas DeOrio said, oh, that loli is porn for pedophiles, and I saw you laugh at that or something like similar. Now I want to ask you, how is watching, and I'm assuming that these people enjoy the sexualization of young children, whether it's drawn or not, how does that make them not a pedophile?
Right. I mean, that's a fair question. It took Andy forever to get to that. And God, man, the drugs have really fucked him up. Has Andy always talked like this, or has he gotten worse over the years?
Well, I mean, they'll tell you they're not. Like you.
Oh, and we just have to take them at the word. They'll tell you that they're not. Like an addict will tell you that they're not an addict. Oh, they don't smoke meth.
You can ask them to their face, the loli people. This all started because Digibro called into my show and said that he watches that he's enjoyed loli porn. And the first thing I said is, well, you don't feel that way about actual kids, do you? And he said, no, fuck no. And since then, loli artists have emailed me the same shit. Like, no, it's never a question for me of whether it's a real kid or not. And I realized that, and people just say they think they're lying. Like, oh, that they're lying about that. And I don't know, if you're going to take the position of they're just lying, then I don't think there's really anything to debate. But I will say the uncanny valley exists. Like, Leela on Futurama looks hot, but I don't want to fuck no one-eyed bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference in your mind. But
come on now. If Leela from Futurama was real, Dig Masterson would totally try to fuck that. Would totally try to bang that. Would probably totally try to get her to bang him, peg him. It would totally freaking happen. What are you talking about, Dick? You would totally do that.
Like when you see Homer Simpson choking the shit out of Bart, you don't say, "Oh my God, that poor child is in danger. I need to call."
Right. We're not talking about. Jesus. We're not concerned about the welfare of the cartoon little girls and little boys. We're not concerned about that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about what its purpose is, what it's for, what it's meant for, and what that means. Who uses it, and why do they use it, and what does that mean? We're talking about that. That's what this is about. That's what this loli thing has been about since the beginning. But Dick, either he knows and he's just trying to like conflate it with something else, or he's just an idiot. And at this point, I'm willing to bet idiot.
Call CPS, or you'd say it's a fucking cartoon. Like I'm watching a non-reality in front of me. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so what was hang on, sorry, because you added that second point.
Stuff.
Now I'm thinking about
you can't. Andy, what happened to you, bro?
That second point. What was your first point? Oh
man, you don't grow brain cells back. I mean, I guess you don't. I mean, oh fuck, dude.
Hey, you thinking about fucking Leela from Futurama,
no,
right?
The artist. You were saying the artist, right? First of all, we have to assume that everyone saying that they're not a pedophile is not a pedophile. However, when someone is someone does coke every single day and they go, "I'm not a cokehead," well, I mean,
Andy would know. Andy would know.
Actions speak louder than words, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And even if let's just go hypothetical that every person who draws loli is not a pedophile, putting that at least into the world, that type of art into the world, is perpetuating the sexualization.
Oh, I hate the word perpetuating. I hate that word. I think this is the part where Dick says you sound like someone on the left.
Of young children. And it might even come across to people who might not have even thought of children sexually, but now they run into one of these drawings.
I would see if I were to do this debate, I would just explain it very clearly, very easily. The type of person that gets off the loli is what? If you're someone that gets off to the cartoon, the illustration, the hentai version of a child, you are a blank. Fill in the blank, Dick. Oh, well, you don't know. Okay. If you get off to a child, you are a blank. Yeah, say the word. Pedophile. Okay, so if you get off to a hentai version of a child, you are a... I mean, come on. It's not complicated, right? Straight guys don't go watching hardcore gay hentai. I don't even know that exists. They don't go watching hardcore gay cartoons. They might, if they're curious, watch, I guess a straight cartoon. They might watch that. But they're not going to watch hardcore gay cartoons.
That is legal in America. It's actually illegal in Canada. But like they run into it and maybe they have a taste for it now. Oh, I like this. And I'll also comparing it to violence like choking Bart Simpson or...
Yeah, Andy folded at the end. That did happen. But there's a part, and it's going to come up where Dick gets triggered, really triggered, because it's true. I'm willing to take Jesse P.S.'s word on that, which is saying a lot because I don't trust that guy. I don't know if he's he likes to clown. I guess we're kind of similar in that way. He likes to clown a lot. And I don't know when he's being serious or not.
Yeah. Or video games, for example. I believe the glorification or the depiction of violence is completely different than sexualizing of young children. So
why?
Because
but you know what? I'm sorry.
Oh, and this part sucks. Ethan Ralph, you're having a debate. Why are you talking right now? Shut up. Shut your white trash mouth. Shut your trailer park mouth.
I would never.
Why do I see it different?
Go ahead. Finish your thought, Warski. And I got a breaking news announcement that I'm going to have to read here on the
I got a breaking news announcement here, Andy.
show that has nothing to do with any of this. But go ahead, Warski. Finish your thought.
He got the same donation.
Video
What the
games,
fuck?
For example, most games, like I say, 99% of games, they encourage you to kill bad guys. You're defending yourself.
It's not even about that, Andy. You don't even have to go that far with it. The video game violence can be as graphic as possible. It's just, it's not something you get off to, right? It's not something you get off to at all. It's not satisfying some sort of fetish or something, you know?
You're saving the day. And games like Grand Theft Auto, where you are the bad guy,
and it's not even leading to real life real life violence, which we've seen that. I mean, they've tried time and time again to study the effects of video game violence and into real life violence, and they found nothing. They found nothing. The papers that say they do, the studies that say they do, these studies are so bullshit. They'll use like terminology, words that are kind of violent or more aggressive, and see if you're more inclined to think of those words and other words, and go from that and say, oh, so they're more geared to think violent thoughts. When that's not, when you see when you see other studies where they actually followed the people who played violent video games, grew up playing violent video games, and afterwards, what they find is, guess what? They weren't violent. They didn't shoot anybody, you know. But that's a totally different thing. You don't even have to go down that road, Andy. You don't even have to go down that road at all. It doesn't even compare. It does not even compare.
They actually punish you for killing innocent people. They'll give you the star system or whatever. Now, whenever
you're saying King Koopa was a bad guy?
I know.
Is that what you're?
Hang on.
Finish your thought, Andy. Finish your thought, Andy, and I'll let you get in, Dick, fully. But I gotta get my. Go ahead.
Please, before I lose my thought. When I'm playing a violent video game like Grand Theft Auto, I'm not going
school shooters. Yeah, you get that one occasion. You get a couple to say, "Oh, I got this idea from playing video games." You know, even back in the day of Columbine, before that, there was thousands and thousands of people that were playing Quake, Duke Nukem, and Doom. Hell, I was playing Duke 3D still when Quake was around, because I was really into the level editor there, and I would actually make level layouts of my house, of the school, and all that, and I'd play with my friends and all this stuff. It was pretty great detail. But like, you didn't see en masse crazy shooters in schools. You got a few that are fuck ups. Something's wrong with their head. Something's wrong in the head, and their parents weren't watching them. I know we're not doing a Columbine stream right now, but how the fuck were they making pipe bombs in the garage with their parents not knowing? There's a whole cluster of fuck-ups in the Columbine story. Mom and dad need to know what the fuck their kids are doing.
Oh, I can't wait to go out there and murder. But when people are watching loli, they're jerking off to it. Mm-hmm. They're fucking thinking.
And that's the part. They're jerking off to it. They're getting off to it.
This is their fetish. And I would say that loli is pretty much methadone for child porn.
And that's a good point right there. Good comparison, Andy. Good comparison. Yeah.
All right, now let me say this, and I'll let you respond all you want, Dick. So if you want to write some stuff down, that's fine. But the guy that killed a Patriot Prayer counter protester or counter riot or whatever you want to call it there in Portland a couple weeks ago, Vice News just did an interview with him earlier today. His name was Michael Forrest Ryan.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about this.
And they did a bit.
P.O. Actually, I care more about this than I do about the lolly stuff. Just because I'm just fucking with it.
Big interview saying that, he was protecting his, not person of color friend, and that he acted in self-defense. Vice made a big deal out of this.
But this is not the time and place, Ethan. Not the time and place.
It was published as a big splash earlier today. Normally, this would be a big topic on the show, but we're doing the debates tonight. According to a report from Andy No over on Twitter, the Portland Antifa shooter Michael Reno, who I just told you about, has been killed by law enforcement in Lacey, Washington. My sources are telling me U.S. Marshals went to arrest him, and he was dispatched with
some random Antifa got killed. Ooh.
Prejudice, excuse me, by the
Wow.
U.S.
Well, Phantom's not a random. I mean, you know, he took out someone and he was taken out. But anyway,
Marshals there.
This is so interesting. I really care about this.
Rest in piss.
On Twitter, and I would co-sign that. And now I'll let you respond, Dick. But
Look
I wanted to get
at
in
Dick
there.
Masterson's
He is
jaw
there.
as well. Both Dick Masterson and Andy Warski are probably high on coke.
Yeah, I think
We
he
didn't
listened
save
to
any-
the
Andy,
first
we didn't
debate
save
and
any
put a
kid
gun
here
in his
tonight.
mouth. Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, you know,
yeah, you think it's Dak shielding? I think so too. I swear, Ethan is a Dax shield, and that's sad. That's pathetic. Why would he shield for this fake alpha male? Why would he shield for that? What you should do is have an intervention. Dick Masterson needs to come out of the closet. You know what? That's going to be my next Deadman Advocate, Deadman Advocate stream. Dax Herrera is a gay guy. He needs to come out of the closet. Change my mind. You know what that stream is going to consist of? Pretty much nothing. Everyone's going to be in agreement. Everyone's going to be in agreement that we need to reach out to him and help him come out of the closet.
I don't know. I don't really know where to start with that. So you're saying, do you have a problem with like rape porn? Because that's very popular.
Yes.
With rape porn, I would say that
Well, the rape porn is involving kids. It's involving grown-ass women, grown-ass men. And if they want to fantasize about being raped, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. If you want to be fantasized about being raped, you go have fun, okay? The fantasizing of fucking kids, though, the getting off sexually to the idea of seeing kids get fucked. This stream's gonna be demonetized now. Then you're fucked up. You're fucked up. But if you're a chick that's getting off to the idea of someone raping you, then what it is, you're just that's you. You do that. I don't care.
is different because when the people there are consenting adults and they're acting, they're acting. This is like saying, are you
No,
okay?
I'm talking about drawn, or even, you know what? Let's go with just straight up like written. Like if a written story about a rape that's meant to be erotic. Do you have a problem with that?
I find it disturbing, but I don't have as much of a problem as it is if it were.
Do you think it encourages rape?
I'm sorry?
Do you think it encourages rape?
I think it definitely.
Well, the thing is, only chicks are really reading that stuff. You're talking about the erotica stuff. Usually, chicks are reading that. So, no. I don't think the chicks are being encouraged into doing much of anything.
At least may put that thought into people's minds. However, I would say, like, because rape can be quote unquote considered a fetish, while I think that's disturbing and degenerate, it's not, because kids aren't involved. You see, when we talk about kids, we're talking about consent, and consent is children understanding. Can they understand consequence? And the idea is they can't understand consequence, therefore they cannot consent. And I believe that when you put loli out there, you're encouraging the sexualization of children, that it starts to become this almost a slippery slope. Let's look at LA, for example, right now.
Yeah, the shithole that is LA. Is he gonna talk about the law that was it fully passed? Where they made it to where if you were 10 years apart from a minor, that you won't be on a sexual sex offender list. So an 18-year-old could finger bang an 8-year-old. Gross depiction. I'm sorry. And not be considered a sexual predator. You like that? That's what's happening now. That's in L.A. That's in California.
Oh,
Let's look at it.
A wiener. He just passed that, or they got that bill passed now to go to the higher ups.
That was San Fran, I think.
They're trying to lower now the punishment to have quote unquote consensual sex with
Man, Andy struggles to talk.
minors of the same gender to
Minors.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
think-
where the slippery slope comes from. It's like if we start allowing loli, start sexualizing children, start start allowing this into our society, we are now opening up our world to laws like this. And look
Yeah.
at places
Yeah.
where loli has been completely legalized for years. You have
Japan?
like Japan
Okay, he brings up Japan.
and Thailand. These places have the highest crime rate for human trafficking. They also-
Japan?
Okay, this part here, I'm not 100% sure. Sure. Is Japan what is the sexual human? What is the human trafficking problem in Japan like? What's it like over there? What's the Japan sexual assaults to a minor? If it's even reported. If it's even reported. See, child sex abuse in Japan. I mean, this is quick and dirty Wikipedia. This is gonna be shit. I mean, I'm just look at this now. Child pornography law. Oh, Japanese people convicted of child sex abuse. There's like 2 people. Wow. Okay. Japan has a lot of sexual assault of minors. I would expect so. I would think so. According to Dick, Japan's like the safest place. But I don't think that's true. I'm sure if we go looking into it, it's not true. Let's find out. Let's see, I pulled up this study. I'm going to read this here. The current status of sex crimes and measures for the victims in Japan. So I'll let this play. I'll look over this fast.
Yeah.
No,
Human trafficking
Japan is
and
way,
Thailand-
Japan is safe as fuck. Japan has like way less child sex assault than we do.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Japan over.
Okay, wait. This paragraph might give us something here. Reality of sex crime victimization in Japan. You can hear the cicadas in the background, can't you? Yeah, that's how loud it is. That's how loud they are. In the garage. Okay. Sexual criminal offenses. According to the police report on various crime stats between 2000 and 2009 in Japan, the annual average was 2,177 for rape and rape at the scene of a robbery, and 8,396 for forcible indecency, which is roughly equivalent to a total of 10,000 per year. Okay. I mean, if you try to compare that to the U.S., first off, why would you do that? The population in the United States is so much greater, so much more than Japan. So why would you even try to make that comparison? The thing what you can say is, well, yeah, they have problems with rape there too. I mean, let's see. Scene of robberies, 6,688 cases for forcible indecency, of which minors were the primary victims. Overall, minors were the primary victims in only 20% of criminal offenses. However, about 50% of forcible indecency cases victimized minors. This demonstrates that the sex crimes... Okay. He also said human trafficking. Yeah, he did. And I'm pretty sure Japan has a human trafficking problem too, because every country has a human trafficking problem. Every country does. Let's see. Sex crimes not reflected in stats. I'm probably gonna move on and continue with the video. Let's see. All right, let's see. Sex abuse in the home. Sex crimes also occur within the home. According to the police statistics here, 124 arrests were made for child abuse in 1999, of which 34 cases were sexual abuse. However, in 2008, 319 arrests of child abuse were made, of which 82 involved sexual abuse. Okay. So, I mean, it happens. It happens. It's not the safest place in the world. You know, if we just look up Japan human trafficking, and it's just a quick and dirty Google search. That's all this is, right? I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not enhancing anything. I'm just literally doing this now. Japan's fast-growing foreign student population is also vulnerable to trafficking and the unskilled labor. Okay, to do human trafficking, sex trafficking in Japan. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Girls, including runaway, are lured, coerced, and forced into prostitution in Japan. So it does happen. The creation and sale of child pornography in Japan is a pervasive problem. You know what? Let's look at these articles. Let's just look at these articles and see. I'm not just gonna take the Wikipedia's word for it. Let's just go take a look at these. Internship explores CD side of Tokyo. Schoolgirls for sale. Why Tokyo struggles to stop the JK business. Yeah, I mean they sell little girls there in Japan. They sell little girls there in Japan. You could be a pedo in Japan. You could be a pedo in Japan. I mean, do you guys want me to read the article here? We'll just continue with this. I'm about to play the rest of the debate. I'm seeing if it drops any sort of ages or anything about these girls. See, just look right here. We almost allow men to say, yeah, I'm attracted to young children, as 1415 says. Shihoko Fujiwara, a founder of Lighthouse, a charity working to end human trafficking in Japan. Even on TV, comedians will say, I like to date junior high school girls. So, like, pedo jokes, creepy jokes like that are just out in the open. And you got sex clubs that will push little girls, real little girls in Japan. Yeah, they got a human trafficking problem. They got a sex trafficking problem there. They got a pedophilia problem. Anyway, and see, that was just a quick and dirty search. Quick and dirty search. That's all that was.
Overall, I'm sure the chat can hypothesize on why Japan is so much safer than America, but it's man, it's they're safe as fuck over there.
Yeah, but look at their age of consent. Look at Thailand's age of consent. Look at these places where loli is glorified. You have young people ages 4.
That's true, and it's okay for them to have sex with young girls over there because they said it so. They said it so.
13. Being either prostitutes or not even prostitutes, at least sexualized to the point where if you fuck a 13-year-old in Japan, no one fucking blinks an eye. And do we want that here in the West? I say
no, we do not. No, Dick might.
Hey, no, and I think it's degenerate. And even like for example, your friends with Digibro, it's like if I had a friend where I went to,
you know, it's kind of weird. I know it's. Am I the only one who sees this? It looks like Dick versus Andy, or it could be Phantom Organization versus Ethan Ralph. Look at that.
To their house, and I found a stack of loli. I would not chill with that person. I would wonder what's going through their mind. I don't even think that even.
I mean, it would be weird if I saw that, but if I saw a bunch,
it would have been better if Andy had some information about the sexual problems in Japan.
of actual child porn spilling out of their desk, I'd call the fucking police immediately. Like that is a big fucking difference.
But here's the thing, Dick. I am not saying that loli is the equivalent or worse than child porn.
Right.
I think it's almost like
I'm not saying that either. No, it's not the equivalent, but it's a red flag. If you're looking at loli, you're a pedo. If you're looking at loli and getting off to it, you're a pedo. If you're looking at loli because you're like, what the fuck are they talking about? And you close your browser, you delete the history, you purge your computer, then you're fine. But if you look at it and get aroused and start, that becomes a fetish of yours, well, then you're a pedo.
it's like the starter. It's like the it's the
gateway
introduction.
drug.
Yeah, the gateway drug. And you're sort of allowing people to get turned on by these images of kids. And I'm not saying all people who watch loli are going to molest or rape or any of that stuff. What I'm saying is that there definitely is a correlation between loli and people being attracted to minors. Therefore, maybe allowing certain things to slip through the cracks, whether in law or things like that, you know?
I think you're actually going to have to prove that correlation because that's the same as violent video games. Like you look at
violent video games lead to violent behavior. I guess he's saying what he thinks. I think Dick thinks the argument is that watching loli equals child abuse. That's not the argument. That's not the argument here. While it's true that a pedophile could have potentially abused a child, it doesn't have to mean that. And that's what Noel tried to explain to him. Like, just because you're a pedophile doesn't mean you abuse kids. But if you're someone who gets aroused by the depiction of a child in a sexual way, then you are a pedophile. That's it. That's the definition. That's what you are. This isn't, does loli equal abuse? This isn't like, so in that way, it would compare it to just violent video games equal violence in real life. That's not what we're talking about, Dick. That's not what we're talking about at all. Oh, God.
Look at the video game and you say, oh, that's violent. There must be a correlation, but they don't. In fact, I think they prove the opposite. I don't know if I trust that study, but
sure. But,
you got to prove it though. I'm saying you have to show me a study that says,
look, I'm not going all sciencey and I'm going from what I know. I did do some research on this, but from what I know,
me too.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
kidding. I don't fucking look at loli. I don't like it.
So
press X to doubt on that. I bet Dick loves loli. In fact, you know what? Rumor has it I might be in touch with a certain contact that might have some information. No, it's not that dumb little anime girl I did before. No, it's not her. It's another dumb anime girl. it's another dumb loli that escaped from Dick Masterson's collection to tell us about what happened.
So the whole video game thing again, we're saving the earth, we're protecting our group, we're killing the bad guys, right?
You just want to hear me make fun of the quartering. We're almost done. The best part is when he freaks out. When Dick Masterson freaks out. It's worth it. It's worth it. This is too heavy. Don't worry. I'm rotating my my people. Okay? I'm rotating my people.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So if there was a game, for example, where they gave you points for murdering children, and it was seen as a positive game that murdering children, then I would have a problem with that game. Like it would have to be.
Man, you are.
You know what? I don't think I would have a problem with that game. Because see, violent video games don't equate to real life violence in the world. I mean, like, I don't have a problem with Grand Theft Auto when you're beating up hookers and everything. Like, Grand Theft Auto 5, so like by the millions, and you don't see like abuse of prostitutes going up by the millions, especially by like 14-year-old, 15-year-olds going up and like trying to buy a hooker, slap her around, throw her out. You know, that would be funny to see. I'd love to see a spike in that. I'd love to see a surge in that. But well, I guess you're right. I guess violent video games does equate to violent behavior. Look at that. we got a surge of 15-year-old kids just going down to the third ward, buying up hookers and throwing them out.
Like, you're the problem with video games. In the 90s, you would be telling Joe Lieberman that Night Trap is evil because
I'm not saying ban them,
it
though.
depicts
I'm not
women
saying
getting
ban
murdered.
them. I'm saying ban them. I'm just saying if there was a game that was positively representing the murder of children, I would be like, what the fuck as well? You know what I'm saying?
You'd be like, I mean, what the fuck is fine, but you're calling people, I mean, you guys are calling people pedophiles when they're literally not.
Say that.
Dick, they literally are. If they get off, I have to say the word again. I mean, you guys all know. You guys all know. I don't have to rephrase what I just said there earlier. They literally are pedos.
So you're okay. I understand.
And Andy struggles. He can't compute fast enough. I mean, I know. Look, we all have our problems. What, are you the smartest guy? Andy, what happened to you, man? All the coke, all the drugs.
You
know he smoked meth, crack. You think he's tried heroin?
Been attacked with this a lot on Twitter and stuff like that. I want to make perfectly clear that I'm not saying that you're a pedophile. That's not.
Phantom thinks Dax does cocaine before the show. I think it's Adderall. I think Dax just takes Adderall. I think that's what he does. Because that would be a lot of cocaine. That'd be a lot of cocaine right there.
Or any of these people are pedophile. I
don't think they're a pedophile either.
What I am saying is, if someone is watching lolly porn, there is a chance that they are a pedophile. Maybe they don't want to admit it fully, but they are attracted to jerking off the children.
Well, now wait a minute. They are attracted because now you get the. I mean, I'll give you that. That there is some amount of overlap that is non-zero between actual pedophiles and lolly. Just because statistically that'd be impossible not to be true, right? But if you're talking about virtual sexual perversions, even written, like let's even get the drawings out of here.
Look at Dick. He's trying to get the drawings out of there. He doesn't want to talk about this because Andy could have won this.
Let's just say it's written.
I don't want to say Dick won. It's really Dick didn't even have like a competitor. Andy's heart was in the right place. If that means I guess that means what it means there. But he needs someone who's not going to cuck to him. Maybe he needs to talk to Destiny about this. What is
or put it?
I don't know. What is Destiny? How does Incestiny feel about Lolly?
Just put it in someone's imagination. Like, they can sit there imagining shit all day. It is not identical to the actual real crime that is child pornography. It's not the fucking same. And to paint everybody with this, to paint everybody with that brush, I think is loading a gun that will be used and that has historically.
Okay, we're almost there. This is the part where he blows up. Dick Masterson's about to blow up. Look how he gets triggered.
Always been used on us. It is the same It's the same argument that gets us deplatformed. It's the same the hate speech. The video games cause violence. Racist jokes are racism. It's the same gun that gets used on us all the time. And by the way, since the world is run by an elite pedophile ring, I don't think they're going to finally use the gun on them. They'll just keep using it on us.
Okay, so with the thought crime, someone who thinks about it. Now, I would hope that the person who thinks about sexualizing children, I would hope that they would recognize.
Pio's really quiet during this whole thing. Like, what's his stance on Lolly? I'm curious. I know you probably said it in the chat. Maybe I missed it.
Is that it is a disturbing problem that they need fixed. Now, I don't say you put the thought in their brain and put them in jail. This would be like someone in front of you at the mall pissing you off, and then you're on the escalator and you fantasize about kicking them down the fucking escalator. Like, you can have that fantasy and you could enjoy it, but you know, I'm not gonna fucking ruin some guy's neck. I'm not gonna go to jail. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. And I would hope that pedophiles would have the exact same.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, people who enjoy lolly would have that exact same thought. And now to answer your point on words that have been used against us, I truly agree with you that these things have been used against us.
It's so hard to listen to Andy.
Of course, I don't like.
It's the same thought process. I mean, you know, it's the same. Like, oh, you guys are making racist jokes because you're racist. You guys are using those words. He's like, well,
if it's a slippery slope that certain speech gets censored to remove lolly and to fix these people, I'm okay with that. I'm not a free speech absolutionist when
Here we go. This is the part.
it comes to this.
then you don't support free speech at all. Like,
Listen to Dick. You don't support free speech unless you're a free speech absolutionist. Dick and his F slurs. You can't say the F slur on the Dick show. You can't say the N word on the Dick show. He gets mad about that, but let's hear him go off.
Like, it's either all or nothing. You can't start chiseling away. You can't start with drawings. I mean, that, like, if you draw a line in the sand.
I didn't say I support full.
I know. If you draw a line in the
I've been removed
sand.
off of YouTube. I never cried when I was removed off of YouTube. I was like, all right, time to keep trucking and figure out a new way to do it. I don't like it, but I'm not going to cry about it. And I mean, okay, look, I'm going to say this too. This is like this is a different thing, but it's still with the same point. This goes, your main argument, if I'm correct, please tell me. If I'm wrong, you could tell me. All right. So your main thing with this, why you're defending lolly, is the free speech argument, right? Libertarian, you want all this stuff. Now,
libertarian.
I mean, American is the word.
American. Dick Masterson is on the American side. He's not a libertarian. He's American. Wow. Okay, the stream froze. Okay, Dick Masterson is not a libertarian. He's American. You know, because it makes so much sense. I mean, the other day he was talking about Kyle Kenosha, right? Man, saying that, oh, he put himself in a bad situation. He put himself in a self-defense situation. He forced himself to do that. That sounds so libertarian. That sounds so American. Sounds so American right there. Oh, it's very American to censor yourself, to watch what you say. It's very American to get pegged by 80s girl. It's so American to just be a furry, be a homosexual furry. I guess this is America, right? To do a bunch of drugs and live that degenerate lifestyle. That's America.
Word. Yeah, it's either all or nothing. And if you draw a line in the sand that says some speech is okay and some is not, it doesn't really matter what side of that line you're on. You're a bad guy. That's
sure. Okay. Then I have to ask you, in the past, did you not get a Jesse PS's Patreon removed for him saying the N-word on one of your shows? You told everyone to flag him?
What are you talking about? No, I never told anybody. I've never told anybody to flag anyone.
Okay, this is where he gets pissed off. The founding fathers fought for your right to view lolly. Bullshit on that. No way. No. And you can fight government censorship with business policy. Man, there's been times in history where business policy collided with the government for rights over rights. I mean that's happened before. It'll happen again. You know. Shit. The problem is here too when you have these large monopolies is controlling these social media and all that. I mean, it's gonna be a problem. But anyway, that's not this stream.
Like a show in the episode 90 something, you got your people to get Jesse PS banned from Patreon, which he did because everyone flagged him for saying the end.
Okay, watch him. Dick goes off. He goes crazy. Now, is this true? I've heard it from Jesse PS. He claims it's true. Is this true? Did Dick Masterson get Jesse PS taken off of Patreon over the N-word? What happened to a morning, afternoon headshot? Oh. Okay. All right.
N-word. So if you're absolute or you're,
I mean, Andy, wait a minute, you're accusing. No, shut the fuck up. You've been talking this whole time, making no goddamn sense because you're a coked out moron. You're accusing me of getting. You're accusing me of getting somebody flagged off Patreon. Do you have any fucking proof of that, you cocksucker? Do you have any proof that I told people to flag somebody, that everybody flagged him, and then that's why he got removed? Do you have proof of that? Do you have fucking proof of it, Andy? You run your fucking mouth because you came in here to lose a debate that you have no fucking idea what you're talking about. You fuck leaf, and you're...
Someone's a little pissed off. Someone's a little triggered. Ooh, someone's sensitive. Oh, struck a nerve. Andy struck a nerve here. I don't think Andy lost. Andy won something here. He got blood. He got blood. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that Andy's little beady eyes. He got blood. He knows he got blood. He got blood. You got blood, brother. Oh, shit. Struck a nerve. Super sensitive. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. No. 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 Cope.
You're accusing me of false flagging somebody? Prove it. Fucking prove it.
Audio from
fucking prove that I did it.
It won't even let Andy talk. He just has to yell loudly and get that mic in his mouth. I wonder if he thinks it's like another furry's dick and wants to just put it in his mouth.
Okay,
fucking prove it. I'm so sick of this shit. I'm so sick of this false flag.
Oh, big tough alpha male, so super sensitive here. Look at that.
Shit, you motherfuckers get backed into a corner, and all of a sudden it's here's a bunch of shit that I can't prove. You motherfuckers with this false flagging shit. I don't know why Patreon kicked anybody off.
I'm just stating the facts.
What's the fact?
No, wait. How about this? Okay, so you.
All Andy has to say is, can I say the word faggot on your show? That's all he has to say.
Create a new platform, an alternative to Patreon, yet you don't let people that you liked on the platform. Isn't that preventing their free speech as well?
What?
You didn't let Jesse PS on and CRP on. And I understand it's in your right to do that, by the way. But if you're going to be an absolutist,
Dick is crying. Look at that. He's going to turn into rage, but he's really crying. You see tears. Look at the tears. Absolutist. Look at the tears coming out of his eyes.
Andy, absolutism with free speech is from the government. It's stopping the government from preventing you from speaking. It's not who you do business with. It's not forcing people to do business with people that...
Oh, but see, here's the thing. I mean, see, that's why he should have said, what about the F word? What about the N word? Because you say you are a free speech absolutist. But you're not. You cuck to that. You could allow people to do that, but you're worried about money. You're worried about your money. You don't have any sponsors, but you're worried about Patreon taking you down for a F slur. That's where I wanted to get to here. Look at that. Look at that blowout. The rest of it, this is the part of the argument. This is the part of the debate where Andy starts folding hard.
Number one, they know is going to fuck them over.
Not for you. Fair enough. Okay, I get your point there.
Do ya?
Yeah. Well, you're now focusing your efforts now on just the government, but what for thee, but not for me.
Well,
You know
they're
what
the
I mean?
ones
That's what
with the
you're saying.
guns, man. They're the ones that will
You have guns too. I mean, come on. Okay.
stop you from doing the speech. That's
I'm
why the
sorry?
First Amendment exists.
You could still have your speech, bro. Dick is such a fucking hypocrite. I'm not the government, man.
So they cannot stop you from expressing yourself as long as
Look.
you're not hurting anybody.
Look, the whole idea behind the loli. I'm not talking in the law.
I mean, honestly, man, fuck you for saying I got somebody deplatformed with no proof. That's such bullshit. That is
I'll
such
get the
bullshit.
audio.
It circles
He's about to get the audio. Ethan shields for Dax like a good little boy.
around the internet all the time, and people just believe it because you say it. So fuck you.
I'll get the audio if you would like.
No, get everything. Get the step-by-step proof. I did this, people did it, and then he was removed for this reason. Because that fucking clown does all kinds of shit that gets people banned, and then he just blames it on me. And there's no way to prove it.
Dick, calm the fuck down. Okay.
Take a breather, man. Chill out. Lay off the coke, bro. Lay off the Adderall, man. You need to chill out. Take a breather. Man, can you imagine being that enraged over something so small? I mean, see, this is why I think it's real. Because if it wasn't, why would he freak out about it? He freaks out about things that are real and personal. That's what Dick does. When people are going hard about his messages, he was freaking out. He was freaking out pretty hard. Because it's real to him. It's personal to him. So it's true. I believe it 100%. Dick did it. Dick did it. Dick flagged down Jesse PS. Dick did it. Dick is a fucking hypocrite. I'm pretty sure he 100% did it. Red-handed. He did it. Why? Just the way he's reacting.
Okay, look, from what I saw, it looks like that, okay?
Because if it was nothing, they're just like, dude, man, you got it wrong. You got it wrong, bro. That wasn't me. What happened? I couldn't tell you, man. I said some joke, people took it too seriously, and boom.
Okay.
Now wait, hold on. Now wait, Andy, hold on.
Sure,
of course,
go
I
ahead.
like both you guys, but now what were you saying exactly? What are you saying that Dick said? I don't know. I do know that Jesse.
Now, Ethan's going to shield for him. He's going to say Jesse PS could die, blah, 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 blah. I wouldn't care. Ethan, we could say that about you. Okay?
CPS makes this allocation. I really haven't looked at it. By the way,
I'll
Jesse.
have to-
By the way, I want to
I'll
say
have
this. It's completely.
By the way, I want to say this.
Separate from this. Jesse PS can rot in hell, and I hope he fucking dies in a ditch.
I'm not.
I don't think God is taking your prayers anymore, Ethan. He hears your prayers. It's like, no, man. I'm not answering prayers from you, boy. Not anymore. I don't know why God sounds southern, but that's what's happening there.
He actually showed up in my house. He showed up
okay?
in my house a week ago, and he's such a
I'm not saying
bitch.
otherwise.
What I'm speaking for
Okay?
myself. This has nothing to
Sure.
do with anything you guys are talking about. I wish that fucking faggot would have came and knocked on my fucking door, because I would have knocked his fucking teeth down his goddamn throat. And I really invite him to come back to 1509 Bangle Drive here in Richmond.
Just say that louder. I mean, the docs is already out. So, just docs yourself. Oh, okay. All right. Smart movie. I mean, sorry.
Richmond, Virginia, you fucking piece of shit. That has nothing to do with anything.
Internet tough guy. They kicked Jesse out of the call. They did. They kicked him out.
But now go ahead. Now, what were you saying that Dick said? Because I really don't know what the full allegation is here, and I know people tempers are flaring here.
Around episode 90, him and of the Dick Show, him and Jesse were PS. And Jesse PS were having an argument, and there was something along the lines of him saying the N-word, and he got flagged down. And Dick had mentioned, I would have to get the audio and all that stuff. I'm just saying from what I remember. I apologize, Dick, if that if like there is some instance where that is not true, and I'm willing to look at the evidence.
Now, Andy.
If you can,
Now you're just sucking his
like
dick.
I'll double check with that. But from what I've seen, it looks sketch in my opinion. Okay.
And now Dick looks happy. Yeah, he doesn't really know. He doesn't really know the dirty. Look at his eyes. Let's go bigger here. Let's go bigger. He doesn't really know. Haha, I'm off the hook. He doesn't really know. The little detective, little Coke Andy Warski, doesn't know about the secret. Ha 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 ha. I'm off the hook now. But what is he gonna say? Is he gonna add in a jab, or is he gonna be like, "Oh, it's forgiven for now"?
All right, makes sense.
Yeah. Go look it up.
Okay, fair enough. I apologize for bringing that up.
Oh, now he's looking back forth. Go look it up, detective. Oh God, are there any crumb trials behind? I gotta check everything. Did everyone delete? Sean. Sean doesn't do anything on the internet. Digibro. Get Digibro on it.
You guys are you're so fucking careless with the man's name. It's really, I mean, you're up here pounding your chest like you're a child defender, pretending that you're waging this war on behalf of all the abused children when you're not.
Dick is also fine with Desmond amazing, or Desmond is amazing. You know that? Dick is also okay with like an 8-year-old, 9-year-old drag queen thing. Gross. Disgusting. You know why it's gross and disgusting? Because that kid was dancing on a strip club stage for grown adults for cash. For cash. Doing something that's meant for adult entertainment. A child mimicking it. A child pretending to do that. They're going through the motions. You know? Emulating it. That's the word I'm looking for. Dick is so far gone. He's not coming back. I might start this new thing on my channel. If you like Dick, you still listen to the Dick Show?
Not really doing a goddamn thing, but you are.
You got to see it for yourself, though. I used to be a Dick fan, and now I'm like, I can't bear it.
Anytime you want, it's an accusation with fucking nothing. It's so fucking pathetic.
Being against loli and the use of loli is more than what you are doing.
And that is 100% true. 100% true. Okay, I'll wrap up this debate here. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? Pretty dark. Pretty heavy stuff. Should talk about the quartering next. I did see if I could get a shelf in here to put my stuff on there. I don't really have a shelf. By stuff, I mean like some NES games I still have. You know, to make it look like the quartering setup. But there's not a lot of room. So, I'll come up with something, I guess. Crack Shack. Everybody appreciates you doing these breakdowns. You have some fantastic takes. Everyone appreciates Modern Medusa. Don't be so modest. Don't exaggerate here. That's really what I'm looking for. You know, it's just 10 people. 10 people enjoy it. But I know who you guys are. I have your docs. I'm just joking. No, but it's cool. It's like Cheers. Like, you know, it's a bar where everybody knows your name, right? It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Everybody invade the voice chat. He completely blew it. Oh, that's right. He left the voice chat open. Did everyone... Does that happen? Do people invade?
Well, you can be fired because you can.
However, again, the sexualization of children.
I was a teenager. There's no doubt about that.
You're a pedophile and
Wow, Wales.
porns that I look at is
Oh, whoa. Hey, you got some call-ins. That's Crippled Jesus calling in. I recognize that. I used to be a dick. I used to be a dickhead. You even had Larry on the Deadman Stone podcast once. Anyway, what's that car just going slowly by? It's a van. Oh, you know what? That might be the HOA. Going by real slow, looking at everyone's houses, saying some stuff on her phone. HOAs, man, they suck. They suck. Anyway, let me play this.
If you think there's any validity to the Pavlovian response to kind of conditioning yourself to look at children as a method of sexual gratification.
You're talking about, well, so you're saying if people will condition themselves into doing it more, or to doing an act that you see as similar to the Pavlovian version? Because, like,
well, I'm saying, oh, sorry.
No, because I mean, there's two ways to take that. There's the literal way where somebody is doing an act and it makes them do more of the act, which is they just look at more drawings. But then there's a leap that you have to make, that you make intuitively, and a lot of people do, where
I need to call out somebody who hasn't been called out yet. Gotcha. I'll start some crap.
That turns into real world action, and I think this country, I hope, still protects the division between the two.
Yeah, I mean, but there's actual precedent for this in something like evolutionary biology, where the same mechanism that gives you these fetishes, like if you see somebody putting on pantyhose when you're a kid and you end up with a foot fetish or something like that, if you're looking at loli porn and stuff like that, I mean, you're conditioning yourself to children and the depiction of them. I mean, right. I hate to use the slippery slope argument, but I mean, that's where that goes.
Well, do it with rape then. I mean, I don't think any of us men are going to like where that ends up if we're talking
absolutely.
about,
absolutely.
We're all going to be on estrogen.
I mean,
yeah. Okay, so that caller was great. Where does it start breaking down?
And the thing is, a lot of that rape fantasy stuff, a lot of that comes from women too, and there's a very real thing there. But yeah, I just wanted your opinion on that. I wrestle with it too, and
I'm skipping ahead.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he said you look like Vaush and Neil Druckmann.
Okay.
Skipping ahead.
It's an unbroken matrilineal line. So it'd have to be several generations.
I think Dick was pulling your leg there a little bit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm
skipping ahead.
I was uncomfortable for about 5 minutes.
I'm sorry, Andy. I'm sorry.
We're skipping ahead.
Don't worry. Wait, let me look through this actually, since you ended up staying long enough for me to bother you with these questions that people sent. Hold on.
Sure.
Let me see. Some people actually
skipping ahead.
Slope of degeneracy is never a fallacy. By the way, they were asking why I put the money printer. Nation's capital. What else? Shop.theralphretort.com. We have sticks.
Skipping ahead.
The framing of the screen.
Skipping ahead.
A time of it there in the first debate.
Okay, so wait, where did the callers start breaking it down?
And Andy and Dick were at each other's throats.
Over here?
Let's see if that works. Oh my god.
Should be able to stop working with someone at any time. That's not really the way it plays.
It's a point where someone starts actually seeking out maybe girls in
the HIV
Hangout link just got posted, by the way.
Find out that these people were watching loli. I would at least have like.
Okay, so he dropped the link.
It doesn't matter.
Oh my god! We're seeing every tab he has. What is this?
Oh, what's this? Yeah, there's the thing.
Screen cap that.
Flood it. It won't.
Oh
matter
shit!
now.
Look.
We go back.
Of course they flood.
Every tab.
Open up.
Oh, who is that? Is that the Ralph Retort I'm gonna admit entry to? Oh, now watch what I do. Watch what I do. This is gonna be a very
I'm
good
interested
lesson for you all out there. Now watch this. This is gonna be okay. Now watch this. I'll kill this. Now that was the main thing there. Now it only gives you that beeping noise if you're the guy who runs the hangout. But if you log in on another one of your accounts, you don't even have to worry about that original fucking call anymore, and then it's gone. So what do you think about that, motherfuckers? Give me just a second. I'd rather do this than set up another hangout.
Oh, so the hangout was blown up. That's great. Let's see, go back a little bit.
And it shouldn't be allowed. It should
Well, shouldn't be
definitely
allowed
not
by whom? The government? The government
Back in the live stream replay and look at the URL because he posted.
Moved the HIV felony
Yeah, which
law,
is
and
disturbing
I
as
don't.
fuck.
Oh,
Porns out there like that. I mean, loli.
So, okay. What I'm looking for is apparently, I guess he was flooded with callers and it messed up the show. I guess I missed it. Phantom's such a dipshit. 2:36:30. I mean, I could go to war for real with a PO, but it seems like all I have is that he looks like Harry Potter and is possibly a gay furry.
They enjoy with an adult partner a lot of the time that they need for themselves. I'm not ever going to call somebody weird or gross for something that they're thinking about to themselves or doing with another adult. I just can't do it, man. I don't have it in me. I don't believe it. Like, I don't like it, but if you do.
Besides, if I'm going to really go after someone, I mean, I want to go after someone big.
Like it and you're not hurting anybody, fucking go for it.
Also, by the way,
that's all you.
Larry just left the
disagree.
hangout, and that's what fucked up the thing here. People are
Here we go.
blaming me. That's not the case, but that's what did that. Go ahead, Warski, get your response in. We'll read some super chats.
I disagree with that. I mean, okay, this is where we ultimately disagree. I definitely will judge someone if they watch loli. If a couple's watching it together, that's kind of fucked. That's really fucked. And I think I honestly think that I would at least keep my feelers out there and see what these
Oh, the
motherfuckers
hangout
are
link
up
just
to.
got
If I were
posted,
to
by the way.
find out that these people were watching loli, I would at least have like, what else are they thinking? What
He accidentally showed the hangout link.
Thing.
I mean, I'm
And-
kind of wary of anybody who really wants to protect kids. Like any grown man who does not have kids and says like, "Oh, I really want to protect children." I think, what's going on over there, buddy? Because
Sure,
I mean,
yeah.
I do too.
And
But
I'm not trying to protect kids. I'm trying to just state the fact, my opinion, that loli is disgusting and it shouldn't be allowed. It should
shouldn't be allowed by.
Okay, I see the hangout link, but where did the callers start rushing everything? He closes the hangout link. Pio looks super happy right here. Why does he look super happy? Skip ahead. Okay, what's going on?
There to shape our morals. It's to.
Pio looks ecstatic.
Oh, I had it so figured out too. That's what's so fucked
You get
up.
2 Andy Warskis.
Now there's 2 Warskis on the screen. Oh my god.
What we need is to.
He had a Kiwi Farms
Is that
tab
what he's
open.
doing?
I checked. Says Hondo the Razor. Oh fuck me,
Let me
dude.
test
That's
this.
cringe.
Okay, I can hear that. So it's
Then why is it the powers to be
Violent video games argument. Like it's the same thing they say.
again?
It's
Though
in-
I'm not jerking off to shooting people in the head in a game. You know what I mean?
I mean, why not? Do you not
Dick doesn't get the difference.
play
Because
because you have to use both hands?
It's not sexualized.
But how do you? Yeah. Okay. What?
Well, he was about to say, how do you know it's not sexualized? Dick is such a fucking idiot. I can't believe anybody looks up to him. You know, my goal now is to wake up the dickheads. That's my goal now. I feel like I've come out and I look back at the years I've spent listening to Dick Masterson. And it's like, I gotta help the others. You gotta sober up. You gotta get out of it. You gotta get out of it, man. I guess I'll just punch a dick. I mean, everyone else is doing it, but not because of that. But that's too easy. That's too. Go after PPP. Here's the problem with PPP. He makes it so easy. And he's not embarrassed by it. You know what? Though, I've noticed something about him. And this is true. This is very true. And I can see him try to spin it back on me as well. And any other content creator. Content creator. I hate that word. Why do you guys watch PPP? Why? Do you watch him for him dunking on Dick Masterson? Do you watch him because he dunks on Ethan Ralph? Do you watch him because of him dunking on various people, the Jennies? You watch him for the blood sports? You watch him for the drama? I guarantee you what you do not watch him for, his Bible readings. Do you guys really care? Hold on. Okay, I'll be wrapping up here in this minute. But yet, I'll start a new stream about that later on. About the reason why you guys watch PPP. And thing is, the reason why PPP is not going to have staying power is because he has no real content other than dunking on people. That's what it is. I mean, lately, Rant and Chills have been kind of about that too. You know, him doing weird, like gay shit with his roommate, having rap battles and stuff, and taking a shit in the toilet, preaching the gospel. I mean, is that stuff you watch? You like? There's another thing with this, is that PPP is going after easy people. He's not really going after anyone that's relevant. I put a hit out on PPP. Oh, did you just put a hit on PPP? You gotta... It's just an observation. It'll just be an observation stream. That's what it'll be. Gathering thoughts. Gathering intelligence. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up here. I'll take it easy.